fellow Davarians and fellow worders. Today I'm reading a passage from scripture from the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verses 8 and 10. We're going to be talking about the subject of alphabetization data, the alphabetization data of the celestation. Alright, alphabetization data of the celestation, I'm referring in the external world to all the people that are led by their cell phones, and also to the living cells that are inside of us that communicate among themselves to keep us alive 24/7. We're going to try to understand the contrast that exists between each one of those dynamics. Alright, so we're going to start with the alphabetization data, which is also DAS. For Hebrew, that means intimacy or knowledge or information or science. Well, we're going to read the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, a bara language, a language of brightness and purification, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring my offering. Alright, so we are rejoicing in that we getting this understanding to make us stand on top of things and not feel like anybody can step on us and trample us under their feet, because that's what's been happening right now in the way the world has been communicating through the mainstream media and through every outlet possible to bring us news. We have been taught to give our attention, and our attention means Aleph, Tab, tension. So when you give attention, you keep everything's in tension and you promote wars. You have to learn to be at ease, but that's a story for another time. But we're looking today at alphabetization. Alright, that's the main concern, alphabetization data or intimacy or information of the celestation. And what do I mean by alphabetization? That's making sure that every word that you get to know is something that can make something and can maintain it. You're here to be the father and mother to all. And so therefore that situation happens only in the workplaces here in the world. You know, that's in the workplaces where they have the manuals to handle all the products and services for the here and now. That's where they ask you not to take the product and service and use it and abuse it for yourself, but to take the meanings of the words in the manual and fill them up with the meanings and definitions, and then render the product and service. And that is the whole idea, that as you stay ahead, and you are asked to bring the service of alphabetization, because we have been trained, we have been given alphabetization. And alphabetization just is given to us to keep things in order in our societies, in our churches, you know, in our constitutions, in public places, and everything is to keep things in order. Well, the whole idea of alphabetization is to make sure that every word that comes out of us measures up to be the father and mother to all creation. That way we stay on top of things. Now this is also the language that is taking place within each one of ourselves, within our own bodies. That's another celestation. That's the living celestation. That is the most important celestation. It's the most important cells that are doing all the work to keep us alive 24/7, and each one of those cells is in communication with each other. They communicate, all the cells from the pancreas, from every part of the body is in complete communication, and those are the communications that matter to keep us alive. But then again, this whole world has taught us to just look at the external cell phones that are teaching us what are the products and services that we ought to be buying, that we ought to be enamored with, and to go after. But I'm bringing back the concept of alphabetization, because that way you will begin to see that that's a law. You have to sign up to be a father and mother to all things in the here and now, otherwise you don't get a job. You don't get to be productive, you have nothing to offer, the world is not going to go after you. They ask you to come and do the alphabetization for them. So there is no denying, there is no getting away from it. So I'm going to do this to inculcate this in you and to get you to be more familiar with that aspect of ourselves that is the most important for us to retain and to have in the here and now, both now and forever. So let's keep that mindset and let's keep it going. 2:14. For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of Adonai glory, as the water covering the sea.
Here comes the name of Adonai, from afar his anger burning in thick rising smoke. His lips are full to the brim with fury, his tongue a consuming fire. His breath is like an overflowing stream that rises high to squeeze up all the nets, to sift the nations with the sieve of vanity, and put a bridle in the people's mouth to lead them astray.
According to their deeds, fury to his foes, reprisal to his enemies. To the coastlands he will repay their due. In the west they will fear the name of Adonai, and likewise in the east his glory. For he will come like a pent-up stream, impelled by the spirit of Adonai. Then our Redeemer will come to Zion, to those in Jacob who's turned from rebellion. So says Adonai. Change the peoples so that they will have your lips to call the name of Adonai, all of them, and serve him with one accord. And he shall judge many peoples, and rebuking the strong nations afar. Their skill to destroy will be instead peaceful joy, and they won't teach war anymore.
Pow pow goes the powerhouse, and the CBDC man has come to deliver you from the empty land, from the ones who have been silenced, to the promised land of the alphabet, which is the original place for the soul of a man, where she can now get her jubilee and abide safe like she's never been, in the power of the Father, in the powerhouse. Cause that's what word deck trick directed in the alphabet, word connected, word deck trick directed. In the powerhouse we're connected. Truth in the Torah's where it is, that's right. And whether you like it or not, I just don't give a damn. Cause in this thing, the end is gonna be for sure, as God ordained before this song began to score. This ain't no lie, we bout to fly. Cause with the truth there's nothing that can be denied. It's the CBBC, man, is hooking you up to the alphabet, to the powerhouse, which is where he is been. The CBBC, man, is gonna hook you up. Cause that's word ectic, double ectic. In the alphabet we're connected. Word ectic, double ectic. To the one else I'm genuflecting. Word ectic, double ectic. To the powerhouse I'm connected. And then I want to get your power back. Cause you will find it there. The powerhouse not scared, you won't be silenced. Nobody can touch what you will find in there. Gets to cut the masking pack of lies the righteous now decries. Cause the CBEC man is gonna hook you up to the powerhouse. Lead the power show. Ride this moon around. To the powerhouse.
Lead the power show. Ride this mill around. To the power.